First of all, we've got a contact details area. So this allows the employees to come into the self-service module, view some information that's held about them within the payroll system, and potentially make changes. So I've logged on as Ben in this scenario here, and you'll see that there's a number of fields that are shown as white blank spaces. This allows the employee to come in and change the content or change the information that's held about them within the system. We can configure the system so that you have control over which fields can be changed by the employee. If we move on to the second tab around contact details, we're looking at the contact information for the employee, how we can call them, so the phone numbers that we're holding in the system, and also a couple of different emails for work and personal information, so we can use those when we decide to send out payslips to them. We have address information about the employee, so the residential details. We can capture next of kin information, so we can allow the employees to come in and keep their emergency contacts or next of kin information up to date. And finally, we have attributes. So these are user-defined fields that can be created in the system, and you can control which employees have access to which attributes, but allows you to capture additional information about an employee. In this case, I've got driver's license and passport information, but the expiry dates on those items can also be used to generate notifications to push through to someone within payroll or potentially HR to review and confirm that the employee is still compliant for the tasks that they're working on. Next, we have the employee details. I like to refer to this as the employee's relationship with the business or your organization. So on the first tab, we've got information around which department the employee belongs to, the position that they hold, what sort of employment basis, are they full-time, part-time, casual, are they a permanent employee or not, and the hours that they're expected to work and days per week. Now, this is a nice employee, it's a salaried employee, so their hours and days are fairly static, but we can also cater for other combinations of employees that have split rosters, days where or weeks where they may work 5 days one week and then 3 days the next. We can cater for that, those scenarios within the system. We have the tax detail information for the employee, and you'll notice as I click through this area, these fields are actually locked down, so the employee can't make any changes to this information. We do this for a number of reasons. Certain information we don't really want the employee changing without us knowing, because it can have impacts on payday filing, or that can create a security risk as well. And then our year-to-date balances. So this is the balances for the employee based on payments that have been made to them to date. Pay distribution tab refers to the bank accounts where the employee is going to receive their pay. Now we can cater for one or many bank accounts in the system for each employee, and they can have additional bank accounts set up and captured to allow them to receive funds from their pay based on a fixed amount or a percentage paid into a separate or additional bank account. Superannuation refers to their KiwiSaver details. So the employee can see straight away what information is being captured. So as Ben, I can see that I am contributing 3% towards my KiwiSaver each pay. Payslips. We allow employees to be able to access their payslips online. So we keep a record of the employees' payslips. They can easily click on the payslip, open it up, download a PDF copy of their payslip as well, which, as we all know, if we're going to the bank to apply for a loan or a mortgage, we need to provide the last 3 months of payslips. So we can provide that, employees can get access to that information easily and without actually having to rely on contacting payroll and taking up payroll's time to do this. We then move into the leave request section of employee self-service. There's a number of things that are convenient for the employee to be able to see. For instance, their leave balances. Now we can control which leave balances are made available to the employee. So for example, some organizations don't like their employees being able to see their sick leave balances. So we could actually hide that if we really wanted to. You'll notice that we're also capturing leave in different time frames. So we've got annual leave captured in weeks as per the Holidays Act, and our family violence and sick leave are being held in days. We can create additional entitlements or leave types based on your requirements. So if you had some benefit for some employees whereby they received, say, 5 days of study leave a year, we could create an entitlement that allows them to select that or raise a leave request for that. The projected leave balance allows an employee to estimate in the future what leave they may have available. So for example, I want to know in the future what leave I'm going to have available at the end of this year so I can start planning my Christmas holidays. The system will automatically calculate that for them. Now, this is very much an estimate, however, because as we all know, from time to time, an employee's conditions of work may change and someone who's full-time may reduce their hours down to part-time, and that can impact on the projected balance. The balance takes into account their opening balance, any leave that's been submitted and is yet to be approved, and the projected accrual to give them a final balance. From here, if I'm ready to, I can then generate a leave request. So on the leave request, the employee can select the type of leave that they wish to apply for. And you'll notice I've got a series of items listed down here. If I select annual leave, we can cater for an employee taking either a full day or one or more full days or a portion of a day. I'm going to select a couple of days this week. Now the system automatically calculates the various combinations of information. So I've got my annual leave available balance in weeks, but based on 2 days, the system knows that that is going to be 16 hours, 2 days, or 0.4 of a week. So the system is keeping in line with the compliance required by the Holidays Act and calculating these figures for us. At this point in